All right, first question here. Wow, look at that. That would be one of my headshots. Omar has my headshot. That's a weird picture right there. It's like you're seeing double, right? Who's that good-looking guy? What does he say? Do you think since Hurd is injured, Ayuk will be our number one receiver for the first few weeks? It's looking like it. And listen, you talk about a receiver who also has been performing. Brandon Ayuk has looked very, very good. Now, being the number one wide receiver in Kyle Shanahan's offense doesn't mean much because they're going to rotate a bunch of guys in there. But he's going to get a full workload. There's no easing Brandon Ayuk in there anymore. With Deebo out, with Jalen Hurd out, it's like him and Kendrick Bourne and then a bunch of no-name guys or a bunch of guys who are a bunch of has-beens. So, yeah, I mean, yes, I think you're right on this. He's going to be the number one receiver. He's at least going to get a full workload. And so far, it looks like he's ready to go. Let's see. Bryce asks, what week should Deebo return? Okay, we keep hearing conflicting arguments here because you hear Deebo say he'll be ready by week 1. You hear doctors say week 4. You hear Kyle Shanahan maybe week 1, but probably not. I'm going to say week 4. If I had to guess, because week 1's against the Cardinals, he's not going to be ready by week 1. I just don't see them rushing him out there. Week 2 and 3 are Jets and Giants. Easy wins on the road. You're not going to need him, right? Week 4 is Philadelphia at home. So Sunday night, national TV against a decent Philadelphia Eagles football team. I think Deebo returns then. That's my best guess. I hope for week 1. He probably is going to be ready for week 1, but do you want to rush him out there with an injury that can easily be re-injured? No, I don't think so. I think the hope is week 4, best case scenario. If they rush him out week 1, don't expect a full workload at all. At least that's my opinion overall and what I've read up and studied on with his Jones fracture down below in his foot. Let's see here. Daniela Torres asked, what do you think is going to make it? Who do you think is going to make it to the Super Bowl this year besides the 49ers? I get this question a lot. It's conventional wisdom, right? I mean, you talk about the Baltimore Ravens. You obviously talk about Pittsburgh Steelers are back. They have Big Ben Roethlisberger and a great defense. You talk about the Kansas City Chiefs are obviously going to be up there. I like when we're talking about dark horse candidates because it's easy to pick who can be in the AFC. I think Denver's a dark horse candidate. I think they're basically a lock to be the number 2 team in the AFC West. I love what Drew Lock and what they've done with that roster. Goodness gracious, Denver looks really good. Other than that, though, the NFC is where it's stacked. I mean, the AFC's top heavy. The NFC has got almost 10 teams that could realistically compete to win the NFC championship crown overall. So it's tough, but I mean, the easy answer here is obviously Kansas City doing a repeat. You guys love Jimmy Garoppolo, who, by the way, has also looked very good in training camp so far in week 1. Type 10 down below. 10 for Jimmy Garoppolo. You know you love him. Type 10 down below for Jimmy. Show me some love for Garoppolo right now. And you want to know why we're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo? There is a crazy deal happening right now on his jersey. The official Jimmy Garoppolo Nike jersey. There it is right there in all its glory is like, what is it, 20% off? Is that what it is? $63. This is a $100 jersey. This is $63. Do the math. That's fantastic. Chatsports.com/JimmyG. Link is down below in the description box. Pick that up right now. Only $63. Like, why would you not want the franchise quarterback's jersey? If you don't have a jersey, right, or an updated jersey, or one of the new Nike ones, jump on this deal right now. It will not last forever. Chatsports.com/JimmyG. Next question here comes from, I think now that's how you say your name. Do you think the Niners will trade for a cornerback at the trade deadline? No, I don't see that happening. I think they're going to be just fine. Listen, they have 3 options right now, and apparently they are happy with Barrett being the starter, at least for now. It's still early. Let's not freak out. But they have Kelly Witherspoon, who started, 8 games last year. And then, of course, they have Emmanuel Mosley, who's my favorite, who started all 9 games to finish the season, including Super Bowl 54, and was not bad in it. So I think that they will be fine. The only way that they would trade for somebody is if Sherman went down, which let's just, the rate we're going, you never know. But let's knock on wood, right? Hopefully he's going to be fine. But they have 3 decent backup cornerbacks, and that's rare in the National Football League. A lot of teams will have 1 or 2. San Francisco has 3 good ones, and they can kind of, pick and choose. And if people struggle, then swap them out and go forward with that. So, no, I don't see a cornerback at the trade deadline. See Trent Williams making All-Pro this year. There was a couple of people who were worried he wasn't going to look good, right? I mean, he sat out the entire 2019 season. How good can he be after not playing football? Another thumbs up. He's looked absolutely fantastic in training camp. The battles between him and Nick Bosa one-on-one have been must-see TV. Grab your popcorn. It's been fantastic. So he looks good. I mean, he looks fantastic. All-Pro is tough, though. There are a lot of good left tackles in the National Football League. I mean, we're talking about All-Pro, right? That's like big baller stuff. So maybe not. Can he be a Pro Bowl alternate? Can he be a Pro Bowler? Sure. All-Pro is a little bit different. That's a very, very high expectation, but he's going to be good. He's going to be better than Joe Staley was last year, and that's all the 49ers can really hope for, especially for the cheap price they got for him. Goodness gracious, what a deal. Let's see here. Bryce asked, why are we signing random wideouts when we have enough, like Bourne, Ayuk, Benjamin Pettis, plus the Hurts? the hurt ones who should be better by week 5. Well, listen, you need bodies in camp, right? So you're doing all these reps and all these different drills and stuff, and you need bodies to go ahead and run. They run ones, they run twos, and they run threes. There's the 1 team, the 2 team, the 3 team. You need wide receivers for all of those. So a lot of these guys are cheap camp bodies they're going to bring in there. And at the same time, they have Bourne Ayuk and Travis Benjamin, although Benjamin opted out. So Benjamin's out of there. You got to remember that. So they have Bourne Ayuk and Pettis as their top 3 receivers right now, which is why they're bringing in more receivers. Let's just be honest. Okay. Neil says, you think our receiving core will be better than last year? When they're healthy, yes. But right now, no. No, obviously not. No Deebo Samuel, no Jalen Hurd, obviously when they're last year, but no Richie James. It'll be better eventually, but it won't be better week 1 because I'm telling you, listen, these injuries are adding up. And Deebo one is big, the Hurd one is massive. It's rough. I mean, it's hard right now, right? It's not easy to be a 49er wide receiver because they keep getting injured. All right. Well, if they do go ahead and make any other 49er wide receiver moves or anything like that, you'll be the first to know here. So go ahead and subscribe. Big red subscribe button down below. But the thumbs up button while you're at it for these fantastic live Q&A videos that Dylan, our producer back in Dallas, puts on for us here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're the best coverage on the internet. You found it right here regarding the 49ers. Subscribe down below. The #1 49er-related YouTube channel for news and rumors, in my opinion. Okay, of course, we're going to have plenty more Q&A questions coming up. Hashtag 49ers in the comment section down below. That's how you get your question on the show, right? So you just type hashtag 49ers. Then Dylan can find it like this one where he says, will Saleh run more man press based on what Tony Oden has the DBs practicing? So the answer to this is yes. This is a very technical question, but Thomas knows the answer. They've run a ton more press man so far in training camp, to the point that Sherman has been struggling. And Sherman is more of a zone coverage guy. He's been good in press. You think about one-on-one against Michael Crabtree back in the day, but in reality, Sherman's a zone coverage guy. So he has been running a lot more press man. I think that's probably why Verrett has been the starter so far in training camp. And they do this, that way they can get more one-on-one opportunities up front for all those crazy good pass rushers, plus their linebackers are good and can cover. So, it makes sense. So, yes, they will. Is it going to be an outrageous amount of man? No. But will it be more man than last year? Yes, that's what everyone's been saying so far in training camp. Sean has an interesting question here. I like this question. Jimmy G doing better without the brace. So the brace is actually back on. So we actually talked about this. He took the brace off during the beginning of training camp before the pads went on. Pads came on, the brace is back on. So looks like he just wants to, just to be safe. So it's not anything to be concerned about, but when we talked about it, it was off. It was off for a couple of days, and he's put it back on. So everything I've seen, pictures and videos, the brace is on. Will he take it off for the regular season? Maybe. But, listen, it becomes a habit. He just gets used to it, and he wants to leave it on, then that's fine. That's fine by me. He's not a running quarterback. You don't need a brace off. Speaking of, though, Jimmy Garoppolo, I mentioned this earlier, the Jimmy G Nike jersey, the official one. This is a knockoff one from overseas, the real deal. On sale right now, 20% off. $63.99 right now for an official Nike jersey. This is a $100 jersey that is on sale. That's all I should be able to say. You should see the price right now, because a lot of you guys have been, shopping for a jersey or whatever. This is the one you get because it's all on sale. Right now, chatsports.com/GBG. Go ahead and pick that one up. Omar, gosh, 77 with a great face there, a fantastic face. I love that face. Do you think that the 49ers should cut Hurd because he can't stay healthy? No, they won't. Listen, he's on a third-round pick, rookie deal. He's not costing a lot. And they love him. They are in love with Jalen Hurd, and the fact he got injured again is brutal. Everybody involved thinks it's brutal. They'll keep him on there, and he'll rehab, and maybe year 3 is his year. I have my doubts, because how many times do you have multiple season-ending injuries and come back good at a skill position in the National Football League? It's just man, it's tough. But no, they won't cut him. They'll put him on IR. He won't waste the roster spot. He's only costing, thousands of dollars a year. It's not too bad. No. They won't cut him, but it's tough. It's very, very tough. Cody with a question here. You think Kittle's going to be cocky because of his contract? No. He's just going to be George Kittle, right? That's part of the George Kittle swagger, is he is a little cocky, right? You got to be when you play tight end and you got to block and you got to take on one-on-one opportunities with linebackers. I hope he's a little cocky. $15 million a year, you wouldn't be cocky? Yeah, I'd be very cocky right now if I made $15 million a year. I'm close. I almost make that, but obviously I'm not cocky enough, so I don't make $15 million a year. Okay. Favorite question on the show, as we always do. Shout out your city. Where are you watching from? I'm watching the chat down below. I, of course, am in the great city of Atlanta. In Georgia, it is raining, as it always does. Where are you guys at? Where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the comment section down below. Producer Dylan, of course, is in Dallas during the chat. reporters, and he is running a great show right now. But where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, use the hashtag 49ers while you're down there to keep asking questions right now. We want some good ones. We've had some really good ones so far. We want more good questions here for our Thursday edition of the 49ers Report, our live Q&A. See here, Orlando, a fan of the show. What up, Orlando? He says, would our defense and offense be better than last year? Yes, both will. Simple question. Both will. They got better on defense. Well, they basically, they essentially stayed the same, minus the DeForest Buckner. They still drafted Javon Kinlaw. They got a lot better on offense. They just stay healthy, but the O-line is better. The running backs are going to be better. The wide receivers will be better whenever they're healthy. So, yeah, it's better overall. Yes, 100%. Now, as league's better, they're like the fourth defense in the NFL, like the second rushing team. You can't be much better than that, but it'll be as good, but I think they'll be a little better. Let's see. Do you think we lose Rob in HC position next year? Yeah, Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator, 100%. He will 1,000% be a head coach somewhere in the National Football League next year. The Jets would probably be an early pick right there. How much longer is Adam Gase going to make it there? Not very long. I would not be surprised if Saleh makes it there. So, yeah, it's probably his last year.